watching live from Irwin Lee Field here in Geronimo, Texas, where tonight the Navarro Panthers take on Austin Achieve Polar Bears. Stay tuned for the Panther football game pre-show next. You're watching Panther football on the Navarro Panther Network. My name is Lance Blackburn, and I am joined by Hank Dieter.
Here we are. We're on the screen.
Right.
We got the little screen here. Here's the camera,
Right.
so we're not used to that. We're used to be so everybody gets to see what Lance looks like. So that's why we set it up.
That's
so.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
So it's 75 degrees tonight. Winds out of the east to southeast. Hank, and 9 miles per hour. And we have got Austin Achieve Polar Bears in town. They are 2-6, 0-3 in district. And versus the Navarro Panthers, here our Panthers are 5-3, 2-1 in district, coming off a heartbreaking loss last week to the Wimberley Texans. But we move on, and should be a fun one tonight for the Panther fans for sure. It's homecoming,
right.
And we've got beautiful weather as long as the rain holds off, right?
Right. Now, we are in a press box, so there's other people that use it. I just want to, have people be aware that it's not like we have our own little cubby hole that, like the big guys do,
No, that's right. And the coaches, you'll see the coaches go by and climb up the stairs behind us, and so you get to see us live here tonight. So that's always fun.
And we hope to have a camera on the field in the second half. So, and also it's homecoming, HoCo 2023, right?
Right.
So
and we love that, right?
Yeah.
Should be entertaining night tonight. The Panthers come off, like I said, a heartbreaking loss there in the district championship game.
Right.
Wimberley goes on to play Laga Vista tonight, but I think you'll agree that I do think Wimberley will roll to a victory tonight, and then we've got Austin Achieve and Maynard New Tech at Maynard New Tech next week. But the Panthers, I think this is a game, Hank, where we can work on a lot of the basics, of the fundamentals, as they call it.
Right. Work on the fundamentals and work on things that that you may need to work on that you can't really get to do that sometimes with the really good teams. So sad to say, Austin Achieve is not a very good team, and so we'll come in here and you can't give them any confidence. I understand that, but I think with the Panthers, they can come in and we talked about it with Coach Blunt. You'll hear it on his interview that they're going to work a little on their passing game tonight.
Well, good. And, the past 3 games, or 3 years we played Austin Achieve, just for the viewers who don't know who the Polar Bears are, we won last year 74-0 at Austin Achieve. In 2021, 88-0 at Austin Achieve. And then back in 2020, we played them here in Navarro, 82-7. So.
Well, and that set the I believe set the point differential record here at Navarro, if I'm not mistaken. Because,
that's right.
We had the year, I believe it was in 2019, that it was Austin Eastside, and it was I believe it was 87, if I'm not mistaken. We'll check with Scott Kibbe on it. But
yeah. He's the guy, right?
Right. Only reason I keep up with the point differential because we had the record for so long until 2019.
Okay.
We won 73-0 over Smiley when it was just Smiley, and
Okay.
So we kept track of it. So that went bye-bye.
Okay. So that's why Hank's telling you this tonight. So he lost his record.
Yeah.
But that's okay,
that's right?
That's
right.
That's okay.
Right.
But yeah. So let's we didn't dig deep into Austin Achieve after the differential scores that we're probably going to see tonight. You want to talk a little bit about the playoffs?
Well, if we can,
or projections.
Well, let's listen to Coach Coach Blunt's interview.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll do that, and then we'll go from there. How about that?
Sounds good.
All right, thank you. Good evening. This is Hank Dietert down on the field with Coach Rod Blunt, the Navarro head coach. Coach, thank you for joining us.
I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you.
All right, Coach. Now, you had a tough win over a good team last week of Bishop Badgers. And so how did your team, come away with that big victory?
It was good for us. Solid team, good, strong offensive and defensive lines, well coached, and did a great job of trying to shorten the game and keeping the ball in their possession. But it was a great win for us, and we're excited to go on to practice on Thanksgiving and get this game in the day after.
All right, Coach, I know today is windy and it's a little drizzly here and there. Do you think that's going to be a big factor, like it's going to be an advantage to one team or the other?
I don't know. Kind of both of us have gone to running the ball very heavily. They're changed from the first time we saw them to almost 70, a little over 70% run. So the kicking game's going to be a big deal, making sure we're tracking the ball right and making great catches. But as far as running the ball, I don't think it's going to affect either one.
All right, Coach, you played them once before. You won 42-21. Do you think you'll have to have a similar game plan this week against Staub and their receivers?
Yes, sir. D-line, linebackers did a great job of staying at home last time. Staub is extremely dangerous on the read game, and when he pulls it, he's got a chance to score, so we got to make sure we're in position to make that play every single time, and we also got to be there to stop 23. But, anytime they get in long yardage situations, they like to throw it up to one of their top receivers, 11 or 2, and both of them have the ability to go up and get it. So defensive backs got to be on their game as well.
Offensively, you've done very well running the ball, in most cases playing the old Panther football, grinding it out. What do you expect to do today?
We're going to have to do the same thing. They got a big, strong defensive front that we've got to take care of. Backs got to do a great job of protecting the football. They've been causing a lot of turnovers and carrying out our fakes and hopefully getting them in our misdirection.
All right, Coach, you've also always emphasized special teams, and special teams last week came up big on a block punt that turned into a touchdown for Nick Swatsosi.
It was an awesome play. We're kind of getting pressure on their punter throughout the night. We had to make sure we contained him, and he kind of didn't go as wide as he normally did, and Knox was there to get a hand on it and block the punt, and Nick did a great job of scooping and scoring. Big break in the game kind of sealed it for us.
And this week, what do you plan to do on special teams?
Same thing. They have a dangerous punter. He takes off and runs it as much as he does punting it, so we got to keep him contained. Got to do a great job of fielding it, especially in this wind. You let one hit the ground, it could roll forever, and we got to do a great job in our coverage units because they have the skill guys to go score at any minute.
All right, Coach, your 3 keys to victory tonight.
Is come out ready to play. It's a different time. Second time we're playing them, cold, windy day. We got to show up ready to play. We got to win turnovers, and we got to win the battle of the penalties.
All right, Coach, thank you for that, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
They still made the playoffs and went to the second round. So you'd really have to go back to 2002 for a year that they didn't have a winning season, didn't make the playoffs, just a bad season. So it tells you a lot about where those programs been.
Well, all right. So tell us again the fun fact, because it might have gotten muted along the way here. So
this win tonight will give the Panthers their 19th consecutive winning season.
Oh, wow. 19.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Right.
And no, and for us, we're not even used to losing, not having 10, and they could still get 10 this season if they make it all the way into the quarterfinals.
Right.
So, and so we were in a big horse race, I guess you would say, with a lot of those top teams. In 10 years, we'd won. We had 10, I believe those 10 consecutive seasons, 10 years in a row of 10 wins.
Yeah, 12 through 21.
12 through 21, yeah. And so, and there's something that, I wanted to ask Scott Kibbe, what year was it that they, or who has the record, I should say, who has the record right now for the point differential? Because I know we looked at 88-0 was in 2021 over this team here. They're playing. So was it the year before with Austin Eastside? I think maybe it was 89. They got 89 points or something like that.
94.
94. That's what it was. So,
yeah.
20 or 21. I can't.
That's right.
And that was kicking field goals and setting up kicking, 30, 40, 50 yard, not 50 yard, but 40-yard field goals.
It's a problem when Eastside Memorial kept passing, and so they weren't completing everything. It was interceptions. They couldn't get a punt off, so it was really hard. The Navarro coaches were trying to keep the score down, but there's just not that much you can do.
Well, let's get you over this way a little bit so everybody can see your face. We got the picture there, so that's why I wanted to get you over a little bit, crowding Lance here. So
you're good.
We could find you in the Seguin Gazette, writing your articles, with the Seguin Gazette about the Panthers. So in your previews, give us a little idea of what they can see in your previews on Wednesdays.
Preview articles, we'll interview the coach about the coming game, give a little bit of background, a little context and everything to it. We won't have one this week for the next game, but start looking for those when the playoffs start in 2 weeks.
Okay. And then on Sundays, what do you get?
There'll be game story, stats. Let you know hopefully all about what happens tonight.
All right. Well, thank you for 30-plus years. Was it 32 years now?
32nd year. Yeah.
32nd year. So we appreciate everything you do for us.
You bet. Thank you all.
All right. Thank you. All right, we're live TV, so,
Right.
how that works. So we have a few little glitches here and there, so everything worked out. And now we're moving on to the next segment. So, and Lance, what do you have for us?
Well, I mean, do we want to jump into the keys of the game?
I think so. I think if we get those pulled up here, they'll come up on.
And tonight it's one of those games, that we've seen. And we kind of agreed to the keys of the game tonight, right? We don't have separate keys of the game. Work on the pass offense, and that was mentioned by Coach Blunt to yourself during the interview, and I agree 100% with that, because going into the playoffs, you've got a couple weeks here, and then to warm up for the playoffs. Why not?
Yeah, tune up. Yeah, work it out. And then we talk about evaluate players in different roles, because it's still a small school, and sometimes somebody goes down, and you need your best athletes out there. You need your best 11. So you're going to need to evaluate some of these players in different roles. If they're going to be playing, defensive line, they may have to move them back to play linebacker. Those different, they have to look at different elements for the entire team. Who's going to be placed where the pieces of the puzzle can fit for that particular player. But they're out of their comfort zone. Tonight would be a good time to find out what they can do.
No, and I agree with that 100%. And the other side of that is you've got some younger kids that are moving up, off JV, that'll be on the playoff roster. So, what do you do? Can you find a role for them?
Right.
Yeah, they're not going to come in and be a starter, right? But can you find a specific role for them on special teams?
Right.
Or in a specific phase of the game, right?
Yeah. You can take some of these younger players, and develop them and get them a different role than standing on the sideline when, hey, look, we got a good athlete. Let's figure out where we can use them.
That's right. And both of us have had kiddos that have gone through this program, and we remember those days when they were younger, And, you know, they played roles and things on special teams that were important in the playoffs. So
right,
yeah.
exactly. And then you still got to play Panther football. Even in the interview with Coach Blunt, he talks about that. And, you know, you still got to play. You got to be tough, and you got to play with aggression. You can't just relax and lay up and then, you know, somebody gets injured.
That's right. And, you know, work on a couple of things we saw last week that hurt us. Were a couple of handoffs, and I went back and watched them, and it was one of those deals where Schulke goes back and he hits the hip of Cohen Blunt, and it's literally and you guys that know that have played the game, it's a matter of this, right?
30 inches. And so, yeah, when you look at that, you know, it's a combination because one player hasn't been playing and is not as used to the same, you know, style maybe as Schulke or such, but hasn't really played enough to get in that rhythm.
That's right.
And sometimes if you're a half step off, you know, and are closer to the quarterback than you're supposed to or away, then you have your problem. So, especially in the slot T, because it's bang, bang, you know, just like that.
That's right, because you're faking here, in hand in here, or, you know, you get the drift. But
yeah, there's your keys to the game. And we know always turnovers, you know, you got to win the turnover battle. And we never put that up there because it's really
and you know,
so true.
And we didn't put it up there this week, and we've done better the past 2 weeks with penalties.
Right.
We really have. I mean, last week, honestly, last week was probably the best week we've had all year with penalties.
Yeah, without having them. Right. You know, we're used to seeing them going, oh, my God, you know.
So, you know, but let's continue that trend.
Right.
And go down that path. And but let's work to fine-tune our football team for the playoffs from here on out.
Well, all right, we'll send it down to the field, and you'll see the other. We might be in the corner this time, you know, and so, you know, as we look at the bigger picture of the field here in just a moment. So now there we go, and so now as the Panthers get ready to come out, and here they come.
So the Panthers tonight are wearing their purple jerseys with gold numbers, and they have pulled out, Hank, if you notice, they pulled out the white pants with the Panthers printed along up the leg, and that's a new look for the Panthers.
Sorry about that. Yeah, the Panthers on the leg. I had to get the growl in there.
No. But I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen that, because it used to be back, you know, I don't want to say the old days, but, you know, 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Well, we
always wear black pants.
Right, but remember that year? I can remember it because my son Kyle played.
Yes.
In that 2019 year, the same class with Johnny Allegra and also De Leon. And so that was the year they would wear they had everything white, almost like a Rams kind of look to their uniform.
Yes.
But that was the only year that I can remember, you know, that happened. So and everything else after Coach Havron came, it was pretty much black pants after that. And he told us a funny story. I don't know if you heard that story. Coach Havron, he came up to the booth one time that we had him on as a guest.
Okay.
And Coach Havron said, why did we go to black? Why was it black pants? And then everything kind of a little black trim and, you know, more of that. And next thing you know, he says, it's because we got them for a good price. Nobody had the white ones, and we got them for a great price. He said that's why we went to black. So very practical reason for it.
Well, makes sense, right?
Right. I guess we get ready for the national anthem. Well, here we are back up on the screen now. I want you to know why the flag is half-staff because of that shooting in Maine. So
right.
Our thoughts and prayers are out to those folks as well as anybody that had been involved in something so tragic. So, again, our thoughts and prayers to all the victims and the families.
Absolutely.
Well, now we go to the coin toss.
So we've got the captains tonight. Captains again are Diego Chapa, number 21, number 3, Nick Schwartzlose, and number 13, Landon Taylor for your Panthers, all seniors.
That humidity, you might be playing a little tricks on the on it. So
Did you see the Panthers being October still, wearing the pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month?
yeah, and you'll see that with a lot of teams. I saw that with Wagner last night, watching some of that game last night with where Seguin had lost to Wagner.
So it looks like the Panthers choose to receive the football out of the north end zone.
So, yeah, now the show begins. So we'll cut off the lights, and here we go.
The referee is Gary Singer. The umpire is Martin Garcia. The head linesman is Chad Schumacher. The linesman is Luis Vega Jr. The back judge is Luis Vega III. The field judge is Stephen Cohen. The side judge is Ivan Quintero Garcia. The game clock operator is Ruben Story, and the play clock operator is Kevin Harvey.
Let somebody make it feel good!
Tonight, opposition is a Wimberley and Miami Tech at 0.
So here we go, folks. Friday, October 27th, homecoming and senior night here for the Navarro Panthers against the Austin Achieve Polar Bears.
And their field is purple and gray. If you haven't seen it before, their football field.
Oh, it's actually pretty neat.
Yeah, it is.
And the Polar Bears with the unique, as the ball hits Cohen Blunt, and he doesn't field it, goes out of bounds. He double slaps it there out of a little frustration, feeling like, hey, I could have caught that and ran to the house maybe.
Right.
But the Panthers will set up shop at about their own 27-yard line.
So, yeah, now the Panthers will see if they go into a shotgun like they did last year against Austin Achieve. We did see that last year.
We did.
I guess I repeated myself there, but we'll see if we're ready for the replay after this.
And sure enough, Colton Schulke is in a shotgun formation. He's directing his players. Chapa in motion. Schulke rolls to his right. Hits a receiver there, crossing across the field. That's Matt Berry with the reception and the Navarro first down.
Now here's the replay quickly. We catch the edge of it, but a nice little catch to Matt Berry. He brings it in, gets hit, and it goes right out at the 43-yard line.
Runs a little drag route across the field. So again, shotgun formation for the Panthers. But Bain coming here to the near side. Schulke directing traffic. 1st and 10 from the 43. Schulke looking, no pressure. Throws it deep.
Hit the hands of the receiver. Let's see if we can see that again.
And that looks like Chapa. Diego Chapa.
Yeah, Chapa running it out and almost there. I think he was worried about trying to keep his feet in there.
And he's mad at himself.
Yeah, it's like, man, I had that one. It was the sideline catch I've always wanted to make in a slot T.
That's right. So this time, Scholke back with two backs on each side. Rolls to his right. He's got a receiver wide open. And that's number 2. That's Elder Montgomery, and he's going to the house for a Panther touchdown.
Oh, we didn't see the replay on that one, but
so that's going to bring the score to 6-0 out of the gates. A quick touchdown there. 57-yard pass to Elder Montgomery from Scholke. The kick is up and good.
Yeah, we always have to kind of wait a second because our angle here, it's like, not really sure if it went through or not. So now the Polar Bears will have the ball, or at least attempt to receive. Now, in that interview with Coach Blunt, Coach Blunt did talk about the kicking team is going to kick it right down the middle. And he told us to watch out for one player, and that's Anthony Rivera, because he could take it to the house at any time. He has the speed to do it. So he wants his players to be ready for it. So he's gonna challenge his players by kicking it right to the middle of the field, and we have to explain why you don't normally kick it to the middle of the field, because they got 3 directions to go. You can go out to the outside on the right, or to the left, or run right up the middle. But if you corner kick it, they only have 2 places to go. Yeah,
that's right. And again, we didn't mention this in the pregame, Hank, but it's a good time to work on special teams as well.
That's right.
11:07 left here in the first quarter. Panthers up 7-0 against the Austin Achieve Polar Bears. He kicks it. He fields it about the 18. Fair catch is called there by number 5.
Well,
that's Ryan Gable.
I have the video to attest. Coach Blunt told me they were going to kick it to the middle of the field, and they didn't kick it to the numbers. I was like, oh, yeah. But the video is there. We have the sound bite, so I'm good. I'm covered. So we'll be watching some of the other games as as they go out. I mean, the Texans will probably take have a little battle, I think, because Lago Vista seemed to match up well with them last year. Now, this year might be a different story, but remember in that game, it was a tight game most of the way between Lago Vista and Wimberley.
So the Bears will start their first drive of the game there at the 30-yard line.
The Polar Bears now.
Number 4, he's finds a receiver, he catches it, dips out of bounds after about a 5-yard gain. It looks like that was number 1, Michael Mijaos.
Oh,
I'm sorry. That's Anthony Rivera. And that quarterback is Richard Aguilar, who I think was their quarterback last year. He was. And he's a senior this year, junior. He rolls to the right. He throws it up, loops it up.
Yeah.
Can't quite find the receiver who was intended for number 14.
Now here's a replay. Watch how the quarterback here, number 4, Richard Aguilar, he takes it almost like a 3/4 arm throw where he flicks it out there off a sidearm almost.
Right, and it was a good throw. He's got some arm strength on him.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of a little Dan Marino or a Dan Fouts as well. With that, they just seem to have that quick release, that little flick of the wrist.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and 6 from their own 34. He throws it quickly at a ton of pressure. Landon Taylor in his face.
Yeah, he knocks it down. You'll see it right here. Landon Taylor gets upfield and does what he needs to do, is gets right in front of the quarterback. If he doesn't hit the ball, he's already there. The quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball.
That's right, and it looks like Sonny Tolliver was there as well, and he might
almost got an interception.
Yeah, he might have got the interception if it wasn't tipped as well. So great job by the replay down there.
Yeah, awesome job. Steph Sharkey, man behind our volunteer, behind the computer.
So that's going to bring up a punt there for the Polar Bears. They get off a punt. It's touched, but
Now it's picked
Another
up.
Panther picks it up, and I think that's Chapa. I couldn't tell who, but there's a flag down.
There's a flag there.
But there was, the Panthers touched the football.
Yeah, and
Chapa went back and saved him.
I was trying to look to see where the flag might have been. Could it be a face mask call? Because it came off the sideline. So, here comes the white hat. The holding is going to be called against the Panthers on that play, and that's going to take it back another 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Panthers lead it here 7-0 in the first quarter. So we'll see Schulke probably back in the shotgun again, running some of the passing routes, trying to be a little bit crisper on the routes and the reads.
So Schulke and the Panthers take over at their own 33-yard line. Schulke in the shotgun. He's looking to his right. He's got Chapa. Chapa's tackled, though, quickly.
Oh, the ball's
out. So let's see if it was an incomplete. No, they rule it a catch. And
it looks like it comes up with the Polar Bears here.
The Polar Bears take over with the turnover.
They ruled it a catch there, and the Polar Bears come in and recover it there, as you saw in the replay. Just Chapa he never really got a clean handle, it looked like, on the ball. So they still called it a catch and a fumble, but that could be a little suspect. But we couldn't see from the angles that we're at.
So the Polar Bears will take over at the Panther 37-yard line. Shotgun formation. 5 receivers, no backs in the backfield. He cranks it deep, but it's intercepted. And he's pulled down, though. Let's see where they mark it. Right near the goal line.
Yeah, the ball is outside of the end zone. So here we're going to see the play as it goes deep and playing good center fielder, as you see there. Garcia.
And that was Rangel.
Rangel, I'm sorry.
So first play.
Gabe Rangel takes the ball and then it just goes down right at the 1-yard line.
And Rangel leads the Panthers in interceptions this year. I think that is his fifth interception. Yeah, that is. Panthers come in tonight with 10 interceptions, make it 11 now, and they take over at their own 1-yard line. Schulke takes it. He hands it this time up the middle, and he's got some room, and he's gone. He's gone to the third level. He's got some speed, though, but that is a 99-yard touchdown for Antoine Mabane.
And you watch the last part of this. Oh my goodness.
Antoine's like, are you gonna let up?
All right.
So Panthers take over at their own 1-yard line. 1-play drive, 99 yards.
Yeah, no flags either. That's a good sign.
99. That may be a record. I don't know the longest. I want to say the record is 98. Matter of fact, I might pull it out here.
Yeah, because we could go back and they put the records
in your program.
Yeah, in the program now. Thanks to Scott Kibbe.
But Mabane, that's going to put him over 1,000 yards for the year.
There you go, 99-yard run. Oh, and it's kind of reminiscent of a pass play. Panthers were deep one time in their own, almost, I believe it was at the 5. So it was a screen pass a tunnel screen that was ran to Tanner Law. He goes 95 yards. I believe that's the
that is right.
Longest pass play. But now the running play, you can't really get much, farther than 99 yards, so that has to be a record as far as a run goes. The longest run from scrimmage, if we have it, for a touchdown.
Well, no. It's going to tie the record by L.J. Anderson versus Bernie back in October the 14th, 2011. So I'm mistaken, but it does tie the record there for the longest run from scrimmage for the Navarro Panthers. So 14-0 here. Again, the Polar Bears call a fair catch inside their own 20. Their third possession of the night. So there's 9:36 left here in the first quarter, and the Panthers have scored on a 57-yard pass from Schulke to Montgomery Elder, and a 99-yard run there by Antoine Mabane. So they take over on their own 25. He's back, he pitches it. He's got some room there for the Bears. Makes a couple guys miss and gets it's like a sizable gain.
That's the junior Ryan Gable that takes out to the right and gets a couple yards on the play here with some blocking up, and that was number one, making one of the key blocks there, Anthony Rivera. But good tackle by the Panther. Was in on that tackle. So now 4th and 6 here, Lance.
Well, it should be second and 6.
Oh, 2nd and 6. What am I saying?
He rolls out. He's got a receiver. He hits him in the numbers, and he drops it. All the coverage there was Arias.
Lance, that was just a premonition. I'm sorry. That's all it was.
That's right. That's right. So 14-0 here early in the first quarter. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 6 after the incomplete pass. And again, Aguilar back to pass. He throws, and he hits a receiver, and that's going to be a first down.
I guess my
nice out route there by Anthony Rivera.
Yeah, here's the
Coach
play.
Blunt talked about Rivera, right?
Right.
Being a dangerous player.
He is a dangerous player if he gets out there, and he just sits in an open spot, and the quarterback, finds him. Aguilar finds him on the sideline.
So 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line of the Polar Bears. Their first down of the night. Quarterback back. He rolls to the right. Holy. And it goes through the hands of the intended
see that
receiver.
One again. Here we go.
But it's caught by the receiver on the backside, and it's another first down there for the Polar Bears.
Ricochets off on one, and it goes to the other, but they get a first down out of it, passing the ball.
So I don't think the Polar Bears have ran the ball all night, to my knowledge.
Not that I recall. So it's all been passing, and there was personal foul. We were over here talking. We didn't catch the flag, but it was a personal foul against the Panthers either way. Might have been roughing the passer, but we'll have to. I was watching the ball that time. I didn't watch much of the line or what happened afterwards.
So here we go, 1st and 10 from the Navarro 46-yard line for the Polar Bears. Mounting a drive, screen pass. He throws a screen out to number 5, but he's quickly tackled there by several Panthers.
Hey, if we see that, it's like piling on. This is a definition of piling on here, as you'll see right at the end of the play. If it does catch it, you'll see one player right at the end. He'll just say, okay, I'm going to just jump on him right there.
Yeah, that was number 70 there for the Polar Bears.
Hey, well, I can't block him. I'll sit on him.
So the loss was 2 yards there for the Polar Bears. It's going to bring up 2nd and 12 from the 38-yard line. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side, no backs in the backfield. Rolls to his right, finds a receiver. Their flag comes in, and the ball is caught by number 2, and that's Jonathan Washington.
And there's a flag on the play here, and see, it might be a holding call, maybe in the middle, and I don't know what they're going to call here, but holding against its decline. So the Panthers decide to decline the holding call.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and looks like 8 from the 35-yard line of the Panthers. So it looks like 2-down territory here for the Polar Bears. Shotgun formation. They do have a back in the backfield this time. A lot of pressure. He dumps it off. He's got some room. Good move there by Washington. As he goes, he's got a first down. He breaks free, and he's going to get out of bounds or inside the 15-yard line of the Panthers. So great run and play there. I'm sorry, that was Ryan Gable, number 5.
Yeah, Ryan Gable gets out. Luckily for Waz, makes the tackle. Nick Swetzel, comes in and rolls, tries to do the old alligator roll and couldn't quite get him down. So good run by Gable.
So they're going to have the ball now right about the 12-yard line of the Panthers. 1st and 10. I take that back. 14-yard line. Back to pass. He throws to the end zone. He does not have a receiver. Just chunks it up, looks like, for the most part.
It looked like he was throwing it between the two players, number 1 and number 2. He was trying to get it over. I think he was trying to actually get it to number 2, Jonathan Washington, the senior there, that was lined up in the slot. Panthers, I think, are going to have to get a little bit more penetration quicker. They're going to need to be more aggressive up front.
So the ball is spotted at the 13-yard line, 2nd and 10. A lot of pressure again. He throws it. No one's there. Just throws it out of the back of the end zone.
That was a hope and a prayer there.
And Richard Aguilar lays on the field there for a second, but he's okay. Hops back up. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10 from the Panther 13.
Yeah, Richardson, I believe, gave him a little pop there. And as we see in a replay.
So 6:30 left. Panthers up 14-0.
Timeout now for the Polar Bears as they call a timeout, and be a good time for the QR code to come up. And Lance, I'll let you go ahead and explain. I tend to overdo it.
Oh, you're all good. A long drive here. We can talk real quickly. We've got volleyball in the playoffs.
All right.
Playoffs.
There you go.
There we go. Coming up Monday night in San Antonio at Blossom Fieldhouse, the ever-famous Blossom Fieldhouse against the
rival.
I just not even.
Lavernia Bears.
It takes a lot for me to swallow this, but the Lavernia Bears.
Well, and we see the QR code. If you want to donate, get your camera out, donate to the Audiovisual Club here at Navarro for the students at Navarro. So here we go. Big 3rd down and long play.
3rd and 10 from the 13. One back in the backfield. Quarterback back. He throws it again. He's got to receive. Oh, it's intercepted in the end zone. He's running it back. He could go all the way. Let's see if he gets caught. He's got someone. Oh, and he dives. No, but he is going to go 101 or maybe 2 yards. But the Panthers, and let's see who that was.
I believe that was number 21. Got us on the replay.
Oh, no. Wait a minute.
Uh-oh. We got a flag down? Oh, we got a flag. Of course we've got a flag.
So on the return, of course, we're excited.
Yeah.
The Panthers are as well, and I look back and I don't see any zebras down at the goal line.
So let's, obviously it's against the Panthers. I mean, they're not going to bring it. Everybody wouldn't be coming back. So.
But Chapa is robbed there. He's patting his helmet as he's coming out, but 102-yard return.
Diego Chapa. It would have been 102, yep. He was 2 yards deep in the end zone, or at least that's the way I saw it. And let's see if I'm trying to see a personal foul, Panthers, and that's going to go. The personal foul had to happen prior to, I guess, roughing the passer is what I would say.
Right.
Because they just called a personal foul, and it's going to bring up a 1st and goal from about the 6-yard line. So it had to happen pretty far back. But so they retain possession, the Polar Bears do, and they get 4 new downs. It's only 14-0. We're having a little fun too early. Now it's time to kind of get a little serious here with the Panthers.
So 1st first and goal from the 6-yard line. 6:10 left. Shotgun formation. He pitches it to his left side. He's got some room. He's down to about the 3-yard line, it looks like.
I want to see.
That's number 5, Ryan Gable.
Gable, watch number 42 on the replay. If we get enough of the footage, Arias, he runs downhill, he fills the hole, makes a wrap up, gets a good tackle there.
So that's going to bring up second and goal from the 3-yard line. Again, same play, pitches it out, and he is hit again by Arias.
And Arias comes out, and again, he sees the ball, and that's the first thing you have to do. And linebackers should be able to stay untouched. And that's some of the problems you have when you get the lineman to the second level. And then you see here, comes in and just makes a great play.
So that's going to bring up third and goal from the 3-yard line. No gain there for the Polar Bears. So again, Gable lined up next to Aguilar. Aguilar's back to pass. He's going to throw it this time. He's got a receiver. There's a little high, and it's going to bounce off there at Washington.
That's
over
a little
the middle.
too close, right?
He was open.
Oh, too close.
If the throw was a little bit better, that would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, but he had to get it over Schwartzlose, which really threw him off, because if he throws it any lower, Schwartzlose gets it. So the over-under was there. It had to be a perfect pass, but he was open. You just had to drop it in the bucket.
Yeah, you had to make almost, like you said, the perfect pass there. That's going to bring up fourth and goal. Polar Bears are not kicking a field goal. They're going for this. So they've got 2 receivers to each side. Aguilar, he goes back. He's got a ton of pressure. It looks like he was trying to set up a screen. He throws it, and it's picked off this time, but he goes out of bounds right at the half-yard line. That's Rangel, and that's number 6.
We might catch the end of it right here as you see him going up, and he got 1 foot down, but are they now at the 6-inch line? I think that's about, they went ahead and gave him at the 1 yard. So do we see a 99-yard pass play here?
So that's the second drive that has ended in an interception for Rangel. Rangel's now up to 6 interceptions on the year.
So now the Panthers have the ball, and they are, right there at close to the goal line, right at the 1 yard line, I guess is where they did spot.
So here we go, another 99-yard run.
Or pass. Yeah, so we might have to get the records out again and check on see the longest pass.
I got to keep this thing handy tonight, right?
That's right.
So here we go, Schulke. He does hand it in the end zone. The Polar Bears bottle him up. Let's see where he's tackled.
He gets out, I think, the ball out, but just barely. So they're going to spot him out, again, about the half-yard line. So can you go 99 and a half now? And right here, the ball comes out, get the nose of the ball and the back of the ball out of the end zone. So
let's see here. It's 2nd and 10. So no gain there for the Panthers. Polar Bears bottle that up quickly, and you can see Schulke hands it this time. He's got some room. I think that's Cohen Blunt.
It is, and he might be out enough to get that first down. They're right at the 10-yard line, so he's going to be a half-yard short. Just good hard running, We got to give him the old choo-choo train here. He's just
down about the 10-yard line. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Panthers. But you can tell, Hank. I mean, the Polar Bears are an improved football team.
They have come to play. They're not, hey, we're tired of getting beat down. We're going to come out here. We're going to play. We're going to make some stops.
Right. I mean, I mentioned the scores in the last 3 years, and we've got another timeout.
Yeah, the Panthers have to take a timeout. That play clock was ticking down. So now Monday, we did talk about the Lavernia.
Let's talk about it.
And we might be able to bring that broadcast. We're hoping we can bring the broadcast of that game. We haven't got the final okay or anything yet, but it'll be posted somewhere.
It will be, and we've got to get apply for the broadcast.
That's right.
To the UIL, and they'll give us a confirmation here probably tomorrow or sometime on Monday. But the volleyball team's overall 33 and 10. District, they finished 3rd, 8-4. They are the number 3 seed out of District 27. They are playing Lavernia. Lavernia there, which is a little bit of a shocker. They're the number 2 seed. They lost today to the district champion, Guerra.
Wow.
Wins the district.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, those that have followed volleyball here for the past 5-10 years, I mean, Lavernia has been a powerhouse. So,
right.
So that's a little bit of a shocker. So let's get back to the action here. It's going to be a 3rd and 1, 3:35 left here in the first quarter. Panthers up 14-0. Scholke in the shotgun, high snap. He hands it off. He's hitting the backfield, but he's got the first down.
Whoa.
And again, the Polar Bears, I mean, you know, I've watched the games for several years. Looks like number 7 gets back there initially.
Palacios, Pedro Palacios gets, I mean, he had a free ride. Nobody blocked him. He went straight in and got the initial hit, just couldn't bring him down, but good job by making sure you keep your legs going and get that first down.
So Panthers first down at their own 13-yard line. Again, shotgun formation for Scholke. Looks like he's got Blunt. He rolls to his right side. He's got someone in his face, and he's brought down and sacked inside the 5-yard line. Quickly. I mean, he didn't. Somebody was unblocked. It looks like number 18. Scholke was in trouble, but he was.
Yeah, he was brought down by Jeremiah Ortega.
So Ortega cleans it up.
And that's one of those plays where you get outside the pocket, you have no protection. So it's mano a mano. The quarterback has to make a play at that point.
So again, high snaps, hands off this time, but he's got a ton of room. And again, he's gone. I don't think that's Antoine Mabane again.
94 yards.
Adding the stats there. And Mabane says, homecoming. Let's see it.
There it was. Nobody around them for 20 yards on that replay.
So they mark that off. That's going to be a 89-yard touchdown run for Mabane, who already has a 99-yard touchdown run. And, you know, just when we thought the Panthers were backed up, it was 2nd and 17, Hank.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I looked at it was at the 6-yard line where he made the run from. So
you're probably right. You are correct, because he was sacked inside right. So that's going to make it 21-0.
Yeah, and so we were already looking at the stats from prior to these last two games, because that's kind of what you'd have to go by on the averages, because after that they'll be kind of skewed. So again, we'll get the QR code up here. Remember to donate if you're sitting at home watching this. So you're able to sit at home. It's really muggy out there, I'm telling you, man.
Wow.
So you get the opportunity to sit back and watch the game live here, and you get to listen to Lance and I. So, I mean, and then the students here, they're doing all the hard work, by getting the cameras, being behind the cameras all night, standing up there. And then we have Miss Wells, that's the sponsor. She's taking care of, make sure to bring the students of the Audiovisual Club out. So get your camera out, put it up there, get the link, and then go donate, please.
So here we go, 2:08 left in the first quarter. The Panthers up 21-0, but we've had some dramatic and fun, action tonight.
Right. We did.
I mean, there was a called back Chapa intercepted one. Kick goes, looks like it's going to bounce out of bounds, so that'll be a flag. Kickoff by Sneed, and he kicks it out of bounds. So. Yeah, the Polar Bears will get a penalty, and they will take over in comfortable position. But fun game so far, Hank.
Yeah, we see the flags, and we still have the moon look of the QR code up there for you if you still wanted to get a shot of that and get the link. So that flag just takes it over Yeah, I thought we'd see more in the middle of the field, but maybe Coach Blunt's like, okay, we got to play this more like a real game. We've got, and what I mean by that, I mean these games are hard to really, like, you have to really gauge, see how things are, because you're weighing out the fact that you don't want to get anybody hurt, but you want to play them hard. You want them to play hard, and so it's a very difficult task for coaching.
So shotgun formation. Aguilar, he hands off this time up the middle. Panthers sniff it out quickly, though, and looks like it's going to be a minimal gain at best for the Polar Bears.
Yeah, and you'll see right up the gut. I think it's,
Richardson was there,
and
the whole defensive line looked like they were in there.
Yeah,
Arias.
Knox Galini got through the penetration, didn't make the final tackle, but was in the hit in the backfield, caused the havoc. Had a leg or so, and then you had everybody else come in. Good gang tackling there.
So 2nd and 10 from the Polar Bear 32-yard line. Polar Bears got a couple backs in the backfield this time.
Yeah, let's see how they
hand it this time. That's number 6, and he is swallowed up. Let's see who that is.
We'll see on the replay.
Looks like,
was that Galini
That's Galini again, number 50. So
let's see if we see it here on the replay.
That was Juan Lopez. He hands the ball off.
Yeah, it was Galini. Knox Galini gets in there and makes the hit in the backfield. I like to always say, for defensive linemen, you want to cause havoc, especially when you see the ball. Go after it.
So empty backfield this time here for Aguilar. As it's 2nd and 10. And he's back to pass. Got a lot of pressure. And the ball's deflected and knocked down.
Landon Taylor, big old Landon Taylor just gets those paws on it, and you'll see it here. And he's probably one of the tallest on the field right now.
And Aguilar's not a huge guy either. I mean, Landon Taylor goes about 6'4". Aguilar may be 5'10", 10-ish, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I mean, they list him at 5'10". I don't know if he's 5'10", but he could be.
All right. But you could tell a big difference. A punt here this time on 4th down. No one back for the Panthers. And the ball just casually bounces.
No one returned it.
And so no one on the return there with 25 seconds left here in the first quarter. But the Panthers up 21-0.
Yeah, and Blunt, that's one of the things. If you put somebody back there, you run it all the way back, you don't get a chance to have an offensive series. And I'm sure Coach Blunt, that's the reason why you don't have anybody back, is you want to get an offensive series in there and get every rep you can.
So Panthers take over at their own, looks like 28-yard line. Handoff this time. Let's look like Schwartzlow. Schwartzlow's fighting his way, and he's going to go, folks.
Yeah. You got one man to beat.
Oh, and a nice block there. And Schwartzlow for the long
Here
touchdown.
It is. Nice hole created by the front line, and he breaks a couple of tackles. 3 tackles along the way that he breaks. Nick Schwartzlow gets the touchdown. So in the second quarter, I have a score between Wimberley and Lago Vista, 14-7. Wimberley leading only by a touchdown over Lago Vista right now. Now, for some reason, Lago Vista seems to match up with them well.
So the kick is up, and it is good from Sneed. And that's going to bring the score. 12 seconds left here in the first quarter. 28-0, your Navarro Panthers.
Well, I feel like, dancing a little bit up here, so we'll get the
So there we go, 72-yard run there for Nick Schwartzlow. One-play drive for the Panthers.
Yeah, and we were talking about getting an offensive series. That wasn't much of an offensive series there, with one play. But, sometimes, like I said earlier, it's a hard thing to weigh out. You can't just lay down. You got to play the game. And that's, everybody puts on the uniform out there knowing that. People asked about that 94, against Austin Eastside Memorial, 94-point spread, and they did everything they possibly could. We did that game, or at least I was part of that game doing the announcing, and they did everything they could do.
So the kick is up. It's fielded about the 12-yard line. Number 14 rolls to the right side, and he's pulled down just about the 22, 23-yard line for the Polar Bears, and they will take over.
So good tackle. I think that was Harvey in on it as well. So take credit for the tackle. And number 55, Craig Hyman.
It looks like there is a penalty.
Yeah, I think it's going to go against the Polar Bears. Looks like a hold or a block in the back usually. That's some enthusiastic fans near the mic, the crowd mic.
So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line for the Polar Bears. A little bit of a call there from Aguilar to number 5, Gable. Shotgun formation. He hands off this time, but nothing. Nothing doing there for the Polar Bears. Looks like a loss of about 2.5.
Yeah, Juan Lopez didn't have anywhere to go. I think the whole front defensive line here is trying to see if they get through, and man, blitzing all the way. So now that's the was that just the end of the first quarter?
That was the end of the first quarter, 28-0.
I was thinking we're almost ready for halftime for homecoming, right? But
right.
Wow.
Right. Long first quarter.
Yeah.
The Panthers scored 4 touchdowns, had the ball 5 times.
Yeah.
5 times, and the Polar Bears had it. Well, they're on their 5th possession as well. So they punted twice, and then Rangel intercepted them twice.
Wow.
They had a long drive, though, all the way down inside the Panther 1-yard line. And Rangel intercepted it for his 2nd interception of the first quarter. So Panthers up 28-0 here, and nothing that we did not expect here in this one, as the Panthers are in full control. We're going to keep an eye, though, at the Wimberley Lago Vista game. We'll have a few scores. Right now, if you're paying attention to the World Series with the Texas Rangers, they are down 3-2 in the bottom of the 3rd. But,
come on, Rangers.
But have a couple of runners on, a runner on 2nd and 3rd with 2 out. So we'll see what happens with them as well. So here we go. 2nd and 12 here. He dumps it, and he had a receiver open. Gable again had some room to run as well.
It hit him in the worst place. I think it hit him right in the hands.
Hit him right in the hands.
Good job by Aguilar. Find him, and he flicks that wrist. And I don't know if he lost sight of it. As Gable didn't quite get a beat on it, because it almost looked like for a second he lost sight of the ball and didn't get his hands in the right position. So
and Gable, he's proved already to be a little bit dangerous in space. He's made a couple of plays tonight, but that's going to bring up 3rd and 12 from the 20-yard line of the Polar Bears. Aguilar, no one in the backfield. He's back to pass. He's rolling to his right. He throws it. He has a receiver. It's short. It's intercepted. That's J.J. Waz, although there is a penalty flag.
2 of them. Another one comes out here. So let's see if we see it on the replay. Blocking the back there by a Panther, and we'll see if we got – that was 1. And I don't know that they tried – I think they called a that looked more like a shoulder block. That didn't look like a block in the back, unless they're calling a blindside block on that one.
Right.
So against a couple of Panthers. But we did see the first – that's one thing about the replay that we can see up here. You don't get to see and anybody that knows this with YouTube, you can take and scroll it back, and you can actually go back and see it as well. But thanks to the crew here, volunteers and students that we have at the Audiovisual Club, we get to bring you that with live replay. So it goes against the Panthers. Looks like it was a block in the back.
But the interception will stand.
Yeah, and so the Panthers will have the ball as the offense comes out on the field.
All right.
And here's where we have to look at, like we talked about execution, and I think work on your technique. Don't get lazy on your technique. And that's what Coach Blunt said in his interview. It's like technique, technique, technique. We've got to continue to work on our technique.
Well, and Aguilar's floated a bunch of passes tonight, and
right.
The Panthers have just run under him.
Right.
But it's mostly because of the pressure, right? He's had a ton of pressure on him. But don't discount the Panthers have caught the ball in the secondary as well.
Right. But he really wanted him on offense to be able to work on technique, blocking techniques,
100%.
Getting all those little things, and technique on defense too, because how do you get that rush? I mean, you got to learn to either, swim or rip.
Right.
If you're a defensive lineman, when we talk about rip, it's getting that inside arm and breaking free, and you've got to take that shuck with that offhand and get a rip, and then you got to learn to swim the same way.
So back to pass to Schulke. He's got a bunch of time. He's got a receiver. That looks like it's Mac Berry, and he's going to the house, folks. That's going to be a touchdown for the Panthers. And great play, drag route. He just waited for Berry to get free.
Yeah, he got right across the middle, got open, and there he went.
So that looks like it was a 55-yard touchdown pass from Holton Schulke to Mac Berry.
Yeah, now I got a score update with Lago Vista and Wimberley. I've been watching closely, and Wimberley has gone up now 20-7. I've got showing that it is 7 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in the second quarter there.
So maybe a little bit of a hangover. The kick is up, and it is good for the Panthers. 35-0.
Sorry about that. Didn't mean to step on you with that. I was a little late myself looking at the score for Lago Vista and Marion.
So for those of you interested in watching the Rangers have they walked a batter. The Diamondbacks walk one of the Ranger batters in, so it's 3-3 here.
Oh, wow.
In the bottom of the third. And
the bases loaded, yeah.
Bases are still loaded with 2 outs. It looks like we're going to have a pitching change for the Diamondbacks. All right, so back to football here. It's 35-0. 11 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the second quarter for your Navarro Panthers. And Panthers kick off. Again, another one-play drive there for the Panthers. Just a nice – and Schulke had a bunch of time, but he let his receiver just waited, and, let him clear the linebackers, Mac Berry, that is, his tight end, and just hit him, and boom.
Yeah, and you can see the speed of Mac Berry, too.
So kickoff back. Fair catch again by the Polar Bears. Catches it about the 11-yard line. They will take over at their own 25.
Nice high kick, though. These are the kind of pooch kicks to the corner that you like to see, and right at the numbers, nowhere for the return man to go, but he still had about 10 yards before anybody could get to him, and probably would have got 5 yards at least out of that.
So Bears take over at their own 25.
So as we said, there's a possibility that we could be on Monday in Blossom.
In San Antonio.
San Antonio, Blossom Center. I know a good restaurant right across there, which is called Brenda's Mexican Restaurant. I'm not trying to give them a plug for you, but we just had a meal over there, very reasonable price and good food.
So pass falls incomplete on 1st and 10 from the 25. We now have officially a running clock. And again, they had an open receiver there, number 2, Washington.
And it also looked like Guetta had a hand on it and could have possibly brought that one in after the miss there.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Polar Bears. And they're back. He's got a ton of pressure. He throws it. He dumps it. And another interception.
Yeah, there we go.
And again, he floats it up there, folks. And this time, that's looks like Austin Davidson with the interception.
Yeah,
so good for the youngster, the sophomore cornerback.
Sophomore cornerback and backup quarterback. Goes up and just, gets in front, bodies up in front of the receiver, and the ball's well underthrown and played the ball well, judged it well, and made sure he got it at its highest point and brought it in before the offensive player could come in and knock it down.
That's
so
right.
he did a good job of bodying up and putting his body in a position where the offensive player couldn't knock it down. People forget about that. It looks so easy, yes, but, you got to body up. You got to be in that right position.
So the Panthers take over at the Bears' 34-yard line here. That's the Panthers' 4th interception of the night. Schulke in the shotgun. This time he's going to hand it to Choppa. Choppa around the right side on a jet sweep.
Yeah,
he's dipping and diving,
wow,
and wiggling his way in for another Panther touchdown.
So there it is. Panthers get their I got to do my math, 6th touchdown.
I'm writing. I'm big. Might get writer's cramp here tonight.
Wow.
It's 42-0 here.
Yeah. What do you think Scott Kibbe's doing over there? We'll have him at halftime to see. But we'll have an abbreviated post-game show. And I'll say is that we may pick a player of the game and we're
That's
done.
it, yeah. Yeah. Well, we may pick him before the game.
And shut it down. But sad to say, but I mean, we kind of knew this wouldn't be much of a contest. It's 42-0, and we're still with 8 minutes and 49 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. I said second quarter. So
second quarter, that's correct.
And
the Panthers have scored on every drive except for one where they fumbled the football. But the Panthers have their 4th interception of the night. And I think that brings them up to 12.
12.
No, I'm sorry, 14.
Yeah.
14 for the year. Rangell's got 6 leading the pack there. But also J.J. both cornerbacks got an interception in the last couple drives for the Panthers. So good for them. Panthers will kick off here. Again, running clock in the second quarter. That'll be Sneed. And he will boot it back.
Oh, nice kick that time.
Nice. He catches it about the 10-yard line, I want to say.
Let's see where he's going to bring it back since he fair caught it. They're going to bring it back to the 25. But, yeah, he was all the way down. Let's see right where he catches it. Right there at the 10-11. But nice kick in the air, getting it that deep and that high. That's what you like to see is a good coverage kick there by Sneed. So we'll give him a big. So 42-0 here, 8 minutes clock running, and we'll probably see a running clock in the next half as well. Because once you have a half in, then that's all you need to have a legal ball game.
All right, so the ball's on the 25-yard line of the Polar Bears. They take over at that spot. And a timeout here by, I want to say, the Polar Bears. Their coach was standing right by the referee over there. So let's talk a little bit about some of the other events that went on this week. Last night, sub-varsity football, we had a combo game. When I say combo game, that includes the freshmen and the JV. And we played at home here against New Braunfels. And New Braunfels, it was their B team, but, man, we walloped them. 36-6. That's going to bring the JV's record for the year up to 4-5. 4 wins, that is, 5 losses there. And let's jump over to cross country. Well, you know what?
We'll do that next.
Let's pause that one.
Yeah.
Because there's a bunch to talk about.
Yeah.
The regionals were in cross country in Corpus. So.
Yeah, we got somebody going to state.
So Polar Bears dump it off to the left side. That's number 14. He gets a little bit of yardage before he's eaten up by the Panthers. He's down for a minute there, so injury time out there for the Polar Bears. He gains, though, a sizable gain there, a nice dump off and run. He gets about 4 yards for the Polar Bears, so 7:27 left here in the second quarter. Your Panthers are up 42.
Well, here we are. Hey, how's it going? You know, 42 to nothing.
42 to nothing here in the second quarter, and
yeah, this has been one of those that the defense has been able to get the ball back on turnovers, and the offense has been able to score at will.
That's right, and here we go, 2nd and 6, so pick up a 4. So again, empty backfield here for the Polar Bears. He rolls to his right, dumps it off. He's got a receiver, and he's got a first down.
Yeah, Rivetta was right there and pulls the ball in. You'll see him just run a nice little out route here. And no, he just sits down and takes the ball and just makes it look easy. And that's where you'd like to see the Panthers do a better job of coverage there. But they're practicing zone too. So, I mean, you're going to find spots open in the zone, and that's the zone is to prevent that big play.
That's right. In the flat, we know with our cornerbacks playing so far off, there's going to be some room there, and a good scouting there by the Polar Bears. He dumps it again. Similar play to the near side, and again, that's Rivera.
Yeah, that play again, you'll see just this time he runs a little out and then sits there on a bench route, but he had to bring it up, off his ankles to make that catch.
So again, nice yardage there on first down for the Polar Bears. Brings up a 2nd and 3 as he gains 7 on a quick little dump pass in the flats there. And that was right in front of Montgomery Elder. So back to pass, pump fake. He's going to go deep. See if he's got a receiver. Oh, he just overthrows him. Nice coverage there by the Panthers. That was number 14, Corbin Hannibal, coming over from the safety. And again, Montgomery Elder here, the corner on this side.
Yeah, we didn't quite catch that on the replay, but you see Aguilar can chunk the ball. He can get it down the field.
He can. And tonight he's had a little bit of trouble with a little bit of air, getting too much air underneath it. But not on that one. That one, he just overthrew his receiver and almost hit him in stride, though.
And, you worry about that a little bit.
So here we go. He rolls, he looks, he's got some pressure, he throws, he's got a receiver, but he throws it a little short this time. And pass intended for number 5, Ryan Gable.
Yeah, and that's due to the pressure there that you had by Dylan Scoggins. That comes in number 60.
So World Series update. Looks like the Diamondbacks get a home run there in the top of the 4th. They're up, but it was only a solo home run. So Diamondbacks up on the Rangers. Game 1 up in Arlington, 4-3. So 4th and 3 here in Geronimo, Texas. Offsides, looks like it's going to be a penalty. Free play, looks like, for the Polar Bears. He's got a receiver. He's got the first down anyways. He dips, he dives, he gets across the field, and looks like he might go. He's got some room. He cuts back. Another flag. So, again, he's still running. And the Panthers cannot bring him down. And the shifty Jonathan Washington.
Yeah, right here at the end, you'll see as you're trying to make. I mean, he's very shifty.
And the Panthers.
Yeah, don't know. You probably have offsetting, so it's probably all going to come back and just start over with 4th down and 3 coming back up.
So it'll be, let's see what they call, but there's 3:55 left here in the second quarter. And, man, that was, again, a good test. And I know the Panthers are up 42-0, but this is a different Polar Bear football.
Yeah, I mean, they've got some individuals there that have some skills that can be used, to advance the football, as you see. It's just a matter of, them putting together a package deal where they can get to those players and make that happen. So, and we saw one get behind our defense already, and if that ball gets, thrown a little further down the field, or, it went too far, but still, if it was placed right, that could have been dangerous for the Panthers.
So, but kudos to the Polar Bears for the improvement, because we've called the game the past couple of years, and it's been a different team that we've seen. So
that penalty, they were offsetting, so we're replaying the down.
So 4th and 3 again, another penalty flag.
So I don't know who's going to be. False start this time goes against the Polar Bears.
So that'll back them up. Looks like it'll bring up a 4th and 8 here for the Polar Bears with 3:15 and counting here in the second quarter, down 42-0 to your Navarro Panthers.
Now the Panthers are going to. Now the Panthers are not going to. Are they going to? Nope, they didn't bring anybody back. So it looks like I think the Polar Bears are going to punt here. And they do. They set up to punt.
So that looks like number 7, Pedro Palacios, is back to punt.
Palacios.
So he puts a spinner up, no one back. The ball takes a Polar Bear roll inside the 40-yard line of the Panthers, and they will take over there. Looks like about the 38.
About a 25-yard punt on that one. Didn't quite get the kick you wanted. So now the Panthers need to come out and be a little bit, again, I think kind of a little more businesslike. I know the score is 42-0, but the way the Polar Bears have been playing, now you have Davidson as the quarterback coming in, but you'd still like to see the Panthers,
so
play
Austin
well.
Davidson under center this time. He's gonna roll back to his. He fires it. He shows his shortstop arm, baseball arm, and he overthrows Max Stoniger by a mile.
Yeah. Stoniger was open, but yeah.
Yeah, but he throws it way out of bounds. But that's okay though. Davidson's showing off his arm a little bit there. I'm sure he'll have a few more opportunities here.
Right.
Moving forward here, not only in the second quarter, but probably in the second half as well. So this time, Cohen Blunt is in the shotgun. Cohen's just going to run it in the Wildcat, and he runs it straight up the middle, but he's brought down.
Bumbling, stumbling, going up the middle, and he's
And I remember them running, again, kudos to the Polar Bears a little bit here, because I remember, we got another flag down.
Yeah, we do. Might be, let's see, I'm looking for the white hat. So he's talking to the Panthers.
And I remember them running that same exact play last year for the Panthers. And, nobody wanted anything to do with the freshman at the time, Cohen Blunt. And he rumbled and bumbled and stumbled for a long touchdown there for the Panthers. So kudos to them. Let's pick up the penalty and see what happened there. So that'll be marked off against the Panthers. And it looks like some sort of a personal foul, Hank.
Yeah, it went against the Panthers at first. I don't know if they. I was looking at some technical stuff here, but.
So that's going to bring up a 2nd and really long. It looks like to San Marcos. 2nd and 17 this time. Again, Davidson's got it. He's trying to find a receiver. He's got one, and he's caught, and he's going to score. I just can't see the number.
Rangel, I believe
Rangel,
it is.
It is Rangel. So Gabe Rangel from Davidson. And that was from the 32-yard line.
Big play, getting it up, chunking it up there, and the Panthers get another big touchdown. So as the cheerleaders celebrate as well.
So nice pass there from Davidson, and Rangel he just finds the ball and goes and gets it, and then finishes off with his speed. But great play there by the Panthers, and you said it.
Right.
We're going to work on the passing, and that kick is up and good. And that's 49-0. So Davidson to Rangel. And that's a 68-yard touchdown pass for the Panthers.
Minute 43 remaining here. And it's human when you could tell, even inside the press box. I can only imagine what it is outside.
We even see the steam inside here. We got to adjust our air conditioner back here. The humidity. It's a little warm.
Yeah, it is. I can only imagine us in here and then them out there.
Which all's going to change on Sunday night, folks.
Right.
So the kick from Sneed is back, and he's going to return this. That's number 14, but he's going to get out of bounds right. If he would have called a fair catch, right about the 25-yard line. So Polar Bears will take over there. So a minute 35 and counting here in the second quarter. Your Navarro Panthers up 49-0, and again, scored on every possession that they've had it except for one, where they got a fumble there from Diego Chapa. So let's see what the Polar Bears elect to do here. So shotgun formation, under a minute left here in the second quarter. A lot of pressure there for the Panthers. He throws it, he dumps it off, and it looks like there was an opportunity for him, number 1, Rivera, to catch that.
Yeah, as his helmet comes off.
And the quarterback is down as his helmet's off, and it looks like could be maybe even a lower leg, even an ankle or something, injury for the quarterback there of the Polar Bears. And he has been under immense pressure here in the first half. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 26-yard line of the Polar Bears. They'll bring in a new quarterback. So the snap's back, he hands it off. This time the Panthers are swarming him. He loses yardage back, and that's number 6, it looks like, who got the Juan Lopez. And that might do it here for the first half for the Austin Achieve and your Navarro Panthers up 49-0 here in the first half. Coach is coming down. They're giving it a wave, and we will do this. Homecoming is up next.
It's coming up next. So
here from Geronimo, Texas, where your Navarro Panthers are up 49-0. And we've got a ton of nice, great 2023 festivities with the homecoming, and we're attempting to have, and hopefully going to have, a sideline camera for those of you who are out of state or alumnus of the Navarro Panthers and Navarro High School. We're going to try to capture some of this for you if you weren't able to come and join us tonight. But my name's Lance Blackburn. I am joined here by Hank Dieter and the Navarro Broadcasting Club, AV Club here, and we are going to do our best to bring you a spectacular halftime performance, not only by the Navarro High School homecoming ceremony, by the band, by the Dazzlers, and followed up by the homecoming court here at Navarro High School. So a little bit shortened version of the halftime show tonight due to the Austin Achieve Polar Bears not bringing a band. So 24-minute half. Usually it's 28, folks, watching from home. But we're going to begin our homecoming festivities. So here we go with the grandest band in the land, your Navarro Panther High School band.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 2023 Navarro High School Homecoming Ceremony. As we begin our homecoming festivities, the line request that no one stand along the front rail to take pictures to keep from blocking the view of others. We appreciate your cooperation in this matter. Now, welcome to the field with a pride of the Navarro Marching Band. The Navarro High School Student Council presents the 2023 Homecoming Court. We begin with the freshman class, favorites Peyton Helford and Hannah Durrett. And as the 14-year-old daughter of Lindsay Gillum and Russellburg, Peyton is the 15-year-old son of Matt Helford. The sophomore class favorites are Austin Davidson and Journey Martin. Journey is the 16-year-old daughter of Christine Hartwick. Austin is the 16-year-old son of Sunny and Megan Davidson. The junior class favorites are Joseph Varela and Keegan Harvey. Keegan is the 17-year-old daughter of Tammy and Daryl Harvey. Joseph is the 16-year-old son of Jennifer and Thomas Varela. Now the homecoming king and queen nominees. The first nominees are Hopper Wilson and Matt Berry. Hopper is the 18-year-old daughter of Wade and Jennifer Wilson from Eugene, Texas. Hopper is president of the Navarro Tea Club, historian of the Navarro National Honor Society, senior representative of the Student Council, and participates in spring tennis. Hopper plans to major in marketing. Colin Matt is the 18-year-old son of Doyle and Laura Berry from Eugene, Texas. His interests include football and spending time with family and friends. Matt plans on majoring in physical therapy in college. The second nominees are Taylor Helms and Thor Jensen. Taylor is the 17-year-old daughter of Jason and Nikki Helms of Eugene, Texas. She is a captain on the varsity volleyball team, Navarro National Honor Society treasurer, Navarro Tea Club secretary, and superintendent scholar of the year. Taylor plans on attending Colorado School of the Mines and majoring in biomedical engineering. Thor is the 17-year-old son of Shane and Lainey Jensen from Eugene, Texas. He is the vice president of student council and he loves to pancake the opposing players in football and loves powerlifting. In his spare time, Thor can be seen wrestling with his dogs. He plans on attending a four-year university and eventually work in the EMS field. The third nominees are Christine Poporubius and Hayden Oliver, a.k.a. Sunny. Christine is the 17-year-old daughter of Will and Rhonda Poporubius from Eugene, Texas. He serves livestock in FFA and FHA and is a member of the Navarro National Honor Society. He will attend Mays Business School at Texas A&M University upon graduation. He is an 18-year-old son of Sean and Paula from New Braunfels, Texas. He enjoys football, swimming, attending the gym, as well as hitting the bus. So he plans to major in chemical engineering at the University of Texas. Football, Orange. The final nominees are Deanna Kramer and Knox Jolene. Deanna is a 17-year-old daughter of Jay and Allison Kramer from Eugene, Texas. She's an exceptional athlete that plays volleyball and basketball for Navarro. Vice President of the Navarro Tea Club and Vice President of the Navarro National Honor Society. She enjoys hanging out with her friends and wakeboarding. year, Sienna plans for kids attending Texas A&M to study nursing. Giggle. Knox is a 17-year-old son of Barry and Natasha Delaney from Virginia, Texas. He enjoys football, being with his family and friends, includes 8 siblings, as you can see in the stands cheering him on. His plan for high school is to take a gap year of missionary work, do his church, and then attend a 4-year university majoring in business. From there, he plans to buy multiple rental properties and become rich to pay back all of my debts to my family. We would like to welcome back our 2023 homecoming team of Queen, Dara Hudson, and Zach Porter to help crown our new choice. And now, the results. The 2023 Boots and Duchesses are Ford Jensen and Harper Wilson, Matt Berry and Justine Colville-Rudias. The 2023 Prince and Princesses are Knox Delaney and Taylor Held. And your 2023 homecoming king and queen are Hayden Tolliver and Cian Kramer. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. These are your 2023 homecoming king, queen, prince, princess, dukes, and duchesses.
All right, well, congratulations to Homecoming 2023 King and Queen Hayden Tolliver and Sienna Kramer.
Yeah, and you said something like, you know, they might already be a couple or something now.
Yeah, I think they've been dating for a couple of years, to my knowledge. So.
Yeah, yep. So
good for them.
And I guess while we're standing here too, and we have a gentleman here that's been doing this 30-something years, 32 years. We'll bring him in, and as soon as he gets his headset on, and there we go. As we see the homecoming court, that was a nice thing to see. Now they got us on the screen now too. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, well, that's nice thing to see. Yeah.
So what do you have for us for stats?
All right, for Austin achieved 6 first downs, 6 rushes for -4 yards, 69 passing yards on 10 out of 26 attempts with 4 interceptions, 3 punts, 29-yard average, no fumbles, 1 penalty for 5 yards. Leading receiver Rivera, 5 catches, 38 yards. For Navarro, 9 first downs, 9 rushes for 307 yards, 186 passing yards on 5 out of 7 attempts. They have not punted. They had 1 fumble and lost it. 7 penalties for 67 yards. Mebane, pretty good numbers. 2 carries, 193 yards, 2 touchdowns. Schwarzlosey, 1 carry for 67 yards and a touchdown. Chapa, 3 catches for 37 yards and a touchdown. Schulke, 4 out of 5, 118 yards, 2 touchdowns. Davidson, 1 out of 2, 68 yards and a touchdown. Receivers, Barry, 2 for 61 and a touchdown. Rangel, 1 for 68 and a touchdown. Elder, 1 for 57 and a touchdown. Chapa, 1 for 4. Did I get a touchdown?
You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. Everybody gets a touchdown.
Tonight. Yep.
Oh, man. Yeah. And so, I mean, one thing that makes me a little nervous is seeing the ability for the other team to still pass the ball, almost at ease at times. But we know the Panthers were playing zone, and they were given a lot of cushion. So we could expect that. So I would tell people out there that are watching the game is I wouldn't worry about that. That's actually good defense where you play very good teams to keep everybody in front of you.
I give the Chief credit. I think they came in here with the game plan. They knew what they wanted to do. They executed it. We're executing it well early. They've had some misfires and some drops since then, but they almost went down there and got a score. They haven't scored against the Panthers in 3 years. That would have been a big thing for them. But the Panther defense toughed up when they had to.
Yeah, they had to. Right down there close to the goal line.
I think they were a little worried,
I think we all were a little worried, but, I think the offense, it's very hard to gauge the offense because it's their defense is so soft, talking about the Polar Bears, is that you really can't gauge anything or have a measuring stick with that. But you can work on, and we've seen it, work on some pass plays that I think can really develop for the Panthers.
The pass plays, some different looks, just some things to play with. And you get another week next week to do some more. So
with
maybe give teams some more things to look at on film when the playoffs hit.
All right, so predictions second half?
Lots of guys will get a play. And I'll say this, if Antoine Mebane carries 10 times in this game, we'll have 10 touchdowns. So, but I don't think he'll get it again.
Yeah, well, thanks.
Let's hope not.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and no offense to Antoine, but let's protect him.
A note on him, he did go over 1,000 yards tonight.
Right.
Is definitely in range to get 3,000 yards for his career, which put him in the top 10 all-time record for the Panthers.
So we see the Dazzlers out there. Like I think of Beetlejuice when I hear this song. But nonetheless, you got to weigh it out as a coach. Who do you play, where we play. We talked about, putting different players in different roles and positions and try to, evaluate, see how they can do, if they have to step up or get the young ones in a place to where maybe they can contribute down the line on special teams or something to that effect.
Yeah, this is not the pros or college where you have three strings, that you can all play. So that'd be a good thing to do. Get them a little bit of time in different places.
We have the coaches coming back, going up in the crow's nest, and get up there and then see a nice view. But yeah, you're right. And so if we play this game right and everything goes right, we'll win, obviously. But preparing for the playoffs, Lance and I both think it's probably going to be Pearsall in the first round. What do you think?
Yeah, that game's been tight. It's 21-14, third quarter last I saw. So Pearsall's played with Devine. But I would expect that would be. And the good thing about it is you can really start making arrangements this week. Get a stadium in San Antonio, and because they're in demand in that first round.
Yes. So, yeah, I was looking at the score, and it looked like Wimberley Texans went up on Lago Vista 27-7, and so we've been kind of watching that one. And so we'll see how this all pans out, with the playoffs, and I think it'll be very similar to what we saw last year as far as who's paired with who. It'll be pretty close.
I think so. Maybe the wild card this year is Ingleside.
Yeah.
What are they going to do with Senton next week? They're undefeated. I don't know if they've played anybody that great. But we'll learn a lot about them when they play Senton, and they may go in as district champion if they're
right. And we talked about that in the pregame show. That's the game to watch to see who's on the Wimberley side of the playoffs and who's on the because I think in that if you look, it's going to be maybe Lago Vista, could be Ingleside, could be Senton. I mean that game in the second round could be a doozy.
Right.
So we'll see, and then that's going to possibly lead up to who if we win the second round, who we play in the third round. So
exactly. Well, you know, Scott, we could always find you in the Seguin Gazette, you know, and also on Facebook. So we'll make sure to tell the people to look for you in the Gazette on Sundays and Wednesdays.
Yeah,
always talking about the Panthers.
That's right. Getting ready for the playoffs coming up.
That's
Good
right.
playoff run.
All right. Thanks again, Scott, for joining us.
All
We
right.
really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. We probably won't have them back, you know, at the end of this game. We'll make the people go look at your information, you know, in the Seguin Gazette. So, well, now that you know we're getting close to the end of this, and and I know they still have us on camera, but we're getting ready to close the windows as the moisture keeps piling in here, and a little bit of showers, right? So that could change some things in the game as well.
Yeah, I was trying to grab a peek here on the forecast.
I was going to see if you had some other
it looks,
regional
you know what,
scores.
it did look like it's going to dip and dive around us. You know what, I am having trouble for some reason pulling up scores, Hank.
I don't have a lot of the scores. I just know that Gerald's up on Maynard New Tech 41-0. That's the district game. And then Wimberley's up on Lago Vista 27-7. And I have the Marion Bulldogs is in a tight one with the Cole Cougars, but the Cougars are leading in the fourth quarter 35-34.
Divine 21-14 over Pearsall. I think you mentioned that, right?
No, I didn't mention that one. So
okay.
The regional games, I just have the district games.
Ingleside up big. You said Wimberley up 27-7. Sinton up 21-3 over Corpus Christi West Oso.
And that's not too much of a surprise. We know that Sinton, but West Oso to keep them down to 21, and that was still in the third quarter, was it?
That is. A couple of scores, big scores if you're a 4A fan, around the state. Carthage is playing Van at home tonight, only up 14-7. So Carthage, number 1 ranked team in 4A Division II, playing the number 10 ranked team in the state, the Van Vandals, if you all know where that's at, off I-20 over in East Texas. 14-7, so a ball game there. And then Silsbee Tigers are up 20-7 over the Bridge City Cardinals at halftime. So again, they are in Region 3. So if for some reason, you know, we get out of Region 4, that's why I bring a couple of these scores up. And then New Braunfels Canyon plays tomorrow. So those, that's probably it for the scores from me. But, let's see what happens here in the second half.
Right.
Panthers up 49-0 in full control of this football game, which is nothing that we did not expect. With less than a minute here until the kickoff.
Now they could take us off the screen. That's okay with me, you know.
That's right. You know, I'm right here by the camera, so I'm usually right up in, so I can scoot back here a little bit. But we look forward to a second half where a lot of second stringers should be playing here with the Panthers up 49-0, and probably a running clock here, Hank, again in the second half. So let's see what happens.
Tonight's games in the second quarter, Marion is leading Cole 28-21. At halftime, Divine is leading
All right, and, you know, I've got a couple seconds here. I'm gonna jump into the cross country. Cross country had regionals here this week in Corpus Christi, and the varsity girls team finished 7th in regionals. And here come your Panthers.
And in the second quarter, Gail is leading Marion New Tech 41-0.
As they come out here for the second half. The girls' varsity cross-country team finished 7th in regionals, and congratulations to this young man. I've mentioned his name in the past couple weeks. Ethan Liu he finished 4th overall in regionals, and he will advance to the state cross-country meet Saturday, November the 4th, which is up, I'm pretty sure it's up north of Austin in Round Rock. And so congratulations to him, and it's just an incredible kid. is always running and leading the boys team and very competitive here for the Navarro Panthers. So congratulations to Ethan. He advances to state. And we are lining up here for the second half kickoff with a couple of raindrops coming down, which are much needed, which we've had quite a bit of rain here the past couple days here in the Navarro Independent School District. Whether you live closer to San Marcos or back towards New Braunfels or towards Seguin, we had some nice healthy rain, I know, yesterday, and a few showers today. So thank God for those. And we are lined up to kick off here. Starting the second half, your Panthers up 49-0 here at home. Final home game of the year. And Sneed kicks it off. And it's going to bounce out of bounds again, hit about the 25-yard line and bounce out of bounds. So the Polar Bears will pick it up and get a 5-yard penalty there. So should take the ball out from their own 30-yard line to start the second half. So as we clean up some of the festivities here from halftime, it looks like we've got some raindrops as the umbrellas come out. And looks like it's just some passing showers here. Shouldn't be too long for the home folks. The light showers those are as well. They will take over the Bears from their own 30-yard line in the shotgun. And it looks like number 2 is now at quarterback here. Washington, he dumps it. It's intercepted. His first pass is floated in the air, and it is caught. And that's number 14, Corbin Hannibal, on the first play of the second half. That's going to be an interception there for him. The 5th interception for the Panthers here in the game tonight. So again, a younger player there, Corbin Hannibal, with his had got a lot of playing time this year, but gets a nice interception there as number 2 is in for, again, Jonathan Washington.
Yeah, as the rain keeps coming down.
So shotgun formation, Davidson, he rolls to his left, he throws it out, and that's Max Stoniger, but good coverage there by number 5. That was Ryan Gable.
Yeah, they're trying to cover the equipment, thank goodness, out here, but still able to pick up some of the action in the rain. And we're lucky to be in the booth right now, Lance.
Yes, we are.
And it was a mass exodus, too, as soon as that shower started coming in. People were flowing out. They're going home to watch us for the rest of the game. How about that?
That's right. That's right. So, handoff this time. That's Mason Harvey. Mason Harvey's going. He bulls his way through to the second level, off to the third level, but dragged down about the 15-yard line. Big, strong running back there.
Yeah, you got umbrellas and things coming up and down. You have to dodge around, but good, hard run by Harvey. You know,
I mean, lowers the shoulder and develops a. Lowers the shoulder and puts a blow on a couple of linebackers there and blows through them. But pulled down here at about the 16-yard line is where they're going to mark it. Davidson this time, Cohen Blunt, caught by the ankles, but not before a nice sizable gain there. It looks like 4 or 5 yards for Blunt.
Right.
23, Alexander Avenue.
There you go. Trying to get you more light on the sheets. Hey, now Lance, Manor Newtex, we already saw behind. Now, next week we may not be doing that game, so we have to announce that because we don't know how the volleyball playoffs will go.
That's right. That's right. So second down, handoff this time.
Oh, no.
No, the ball looks like
stripped by number 57 after Harvey didn't get a clean handle on it.
So fumble there by the Panthers, and I was caught a little bit off guard there, but looks like the exchange there between Davidson and Harvey was a little shaky. So the Panthers fumbled the football on their first possession here in the second half. So it looks like the Polar Bears will take over with about 9 minutes left here in the third quarter at their own 19-yard line. So let's see if the Bears and who they play at quarterback. Looks like their starting quarterback has left the game permanently now and is replaced here by Washington. Washington back. He dumps it. Screen pass. He's going to get a little bit of yardage there. A nice, actually.
Yeah, let's see that on the replay.
Maybe 6 or 7.
Yeah, and Washington is that little shifty guy you got to be careful with, but nice little toss out and a nice move as soon as he catches the ball. Makes that step inside.
So, again, a screenplay there. And, you know, Hank, if he doesn't hang it up there quite as long, but he's trying to avoid Landon Taylor coming off the edge and Mason Harvey of knocking it down. So he pulls up in the pocket. He's got a receiver. He misses him, though. And that was intended for number 11. That's Rod. I'm sorry. Did I say Rock? Rock King, number 11, the junior. Sorry.
Like that, Rock King, yeah, number 11.
For the Polar Bears.
Yeah. Hey, Rock King. I like that.
Yeah. I like that name, huh?
Yeah.
One of the better ones we've heard in a
It's
while.
like you would think he'd have a guitar barn in his hand.
There you go. There you go. That'll bring up 3rd and 4. Shotgun formation. And Washington's going to go deep. Let's see what he's got. No, it's intercepted. He floats it a little bit, and that's brought down there by number. Can't quite see the number until he's pulled down inside the 30-yard line. Nice return. But again, that's number 20. Ethan Borchett.
Yeah, and Ethan Borchett got the ball with one hand, and he brought it down, and just a good hard run all the way back. He knew what to do with it, go north and south. So
again, another interception for the Panthers.
That puts us up to, is that 7 tonight? Where are we at? I already lost count.
I know, it's every possession. I mean, I've got to flip my notepad back. Let's see here. Panthers take over at the 29-yard line. Handoff up the middle. See who that is. Davidson hands it. Looks like Blunt.
Yeah, Blunt with the ball.
With a minimal gain, couple yards.
Yeah, and they knew what to do at that time. I mean, you got to give credit to the Polar Bears. They went and took him down low.
So that is interception number 6 on the night for your Navarro Panthers. And you know what? We may have to pull out the record book here.
Yeah, you'll have to see. Yeah, it's a timeout called on the field. I didn't catch who called the timeout.
Following the game, once the referees and all the visitors have left the stands, all senior parents and senior students involved with football, cheerleading, band,
so now everything's getting kind of fogged up here. You know, in our booth with the drizzle that's still coming down. I think it's slowed down now.
And others will be allowed to come onto the field for pictures and the time for memories.
So we're here in the third quarter, 6 minutes and 13 seconds left. The timeout call was stop the clock, but I believe that it's been a running clock. So we'll have to see. They only usually stop it on touchdowns.
So there you go. They wind the clock there. Davidson hands it off up the middle. That's going to be Dylan Trotty, number 15, straight up the middle. He's dragged down right outside the 10-yard line, inside the 15.
And good pull here as you see the kick out, and then you'll see the seal and block. You know, right there, good job by the offensive line. I believe that was 60 and 64 60 being Dylan Scoggins and 64 Ian Garcia. Guetta trying to get in position.
So here we go, Davidson in the shotgun. He hands off this time, and that's J.J. Wass. J.J. Wass breaks outside. He's in for another. Navarro, Panther touchdown, 13-yard run there for J.J. Wass, the junior, in on the fun tonight here for the Panthers.
Yeah, he gets in the end zone. Just a path that created by a good job by the offensive line making the blocks they needed to block. And as Coach Blunt was talking about, good technique there, getting the alley for the Panthers running back was.
And so it looks like we got a new kicker here. They're going to give Gabe Rangel a shot at it. And Gabe's back about 5 yards. A running kick. He toe punches it.
He does.
And it is good. So I don't know if that was something where he convinced the coaches that, hey, I can kick too, Coach.
Kick it. Let me try it. But we were talking about putting players in different roles. You never know when your kicker goes down who's going to be up next, and you got to have somebody, to kick the extra points. You can't always go for two.
And up 55-0. Why not?
Exactly.
So 4:41 left here, remaining in the third quarter. Your Navarro Panthers up 56-0.
Yeah, now that you talked about cross country, Ethan Liu going to state, and then the girls cross country team getting 7th at regionals. Great job on that. And then you
tremendous.
Then we see the volleyball girls, the Lady Panthers, going on to in the playoffs.
33-10.
33-10.
Last year we actually had a losing record going into the playoffs in the first round, but Hank, we called that game in Seguin against Lavernia, and Panthers jumped out to a 2-0. Remember that?
Oh
2-0?
Yeah, we thought
2 sets to 0, and boy, we were rubbing we were ready to go, and we thought we were gonna. Cruise back to
Don't remind me.
Cruise back to Geronimo.
Oh God!
But it was a comeback there by the Bears, and but hey, we got another shot at him here on Monday night.
Hey, payback.
That's right. So this time fielded there by number 14, but driven back.
And look where the ball was kicked on this one. Nice deep kick.
Right, about the 10-yard line. If
where
I'm
the
not
ball
mistaken.
hits it, about close to it. About 12, and picked up right there at the 11, and there you go. Good job.
So the Bears will take over at their own 13 is where they're going to mark it. 1st and 10 here. So let's see what the Bears have in store for the Panther defense. $56-0 here with about 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. We do have a running clock, and Hank, I think we've put in most of our second team defense at this point.
Yeah, I think so as well. But you can even tell when the pants are wider, cleaner.
So they go back. He's got a screen. He's got a receiver, and he's open. He's got some yardage. Panthers do pick it up, but not after a solid gain there. It looks like about 6 yards for the Polar Bears.
Yeah, that looked to be number 6, Juan Lopez, the running back, coming across and making that play. And good job, though, by the Panthers defense to get back to. There was a gap between the defensive line. It penetrated so far, it left, nobody in the middle. And good job by the secondary to come up.
So 2nd and 4 there from the 18-yard line. Shotgun formation for the Polar Bears. And he's back. He rolls to his right. That's Washington. He dumps it. He's got a receiver. Looks like he has a first down. Just enough. And let's see if they pull the chains out. They do move the chains. That is a first down for the Polar Bears. Again, using the short game with their passing attack. And the Panthers continue to play soft coverage on their corners, and the Polar Bears continue to attack that. So back to pass, he dumps it again, short pass, a little screenplay, a screenplay coming to the near side, and he finds number 6 this time, that's Lopez. And Lopez stretches it up, but a minimal gain. Panthers rally to the football. So that'll bring up a 2nd and 9, it looks like.
Yeah, it's time for a little, let's see here, time for a little dance real quick.
So back to pass. The pass is caught there by number 11.
Uh-oh.
That's Rock King.
Rock King. Well, I don't have a rock song here, but.
Let's see where they mark it. The spot's going to be a little short of the first down. Bring it up 3rd and 2 from the 30. So nice play there. Again, the Polar Bears making their mark on a short passing game with their 2nd string quarterback in for the night. And that's going to bring up the end of the 3rd quarter with your Navarro Panthers up 56-0. And so they will flip sides of the field here. World Series update. Arizona Diamondbacks holding serve here in Arlington in game 1. And it is 5-3 with the Rangers up to bat with a man on first and 2 outs. Let's see what looks like. Sorry, I'm getting old, so I can't see the screen as well. But I think we are in the 6th inning. Hold on there. And that is the bottom of the 6th inning. Arizona Diamondbacks 5, your Texas Rangers 3, 2 outs. To begin here, the 4th quarter. 12 minutes left in this one, folks. And you know what? I may have to get getting a little foggy here in the booth.
Yeah, it is. And it's mostly outside.
It's mostly outside.
And so we may end up.
So they try to. Oh, he throws it to him. The quarterback, Washington, actually throws it. The ball's deflected. He decides if he's going to catch it or not, right?
Yeah. I like, what do I do? What do I do? Here it is. Do I catch it? No. Oh, yeah, no.
No.
He actually might have had some room on that side on the replay. So.
There you go. It's
and Wimberley's really taking that game over 34-14. In the 3rd quarter over Lago Vista.
So that's going to secure their district championship, which we expected.
Right.
So that'll bring up 4th and 2 here for the Polar Bears. Polar Bears at their own 30. And let's see what they elect to do here. Looks like we've got a timeout on the field. And so, yeah, again, let's look. I'm going to look up why we've got a timeout and see most interceptions for the Panthers in a football game. And hang tight here. It's like Garrett Weaver's all over this. If you guys remember Garrett from the 2015-2016 Panthers. I do not see most interception returns. Well, we're back to action. We're going to find this, though, folks. Panthers with 6 interceptions in one game. I'm determined to figure it out. The handoff this time, he's got some room. He slides. That's Washington, and he's going to have a first down for the Polar Bears. And he is out around the the Polar Bear. So they mark it where he starts his slide. So not where he ends the slide. So they're going to mark it about the 37. So the Polar Bears will retain the football here. Down 56-0 with 10 minutes and counting left here in the fourth quarter. And it looks like there's movement. Penalty flag. Looks like it's going to be a legal procedure, false start against the Polar Bears. You know, and as I look through this, I do not see most interceptions in a game. We may have to go in the other room here and ask Scott Kibbe for his. If he's got, because he keeps most of these stats for us, and I do not see anything here that tells us the most interceptions in one game in school history for the Navarro Panthers. So 2nd and 15 here, as it was an incomplete pass there from the Polar Bears. Shotgun formation. It's back to pass. That's Washington. He rolls. He decides to run. He's got the corner. He runs around the corner, and he's hit violently there by Thor Jensen, number 54.
Here's the replay on that one. See, Washington gets to the outside, and oh man, that sounded something like this. It knocked their screen out.
Yeah, I mean, that was a hit.
That was a hit.
I'll tell you what. So 8:21 left, 56-0. 3rd and 10. Washington back. He's got a receiver. Throws it a little short. It's dropped and incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th and 10 for the Polar Bears at their own 37-yard line. He was trying to find a receiver there, again, on a short game, and just threw it a little bit short. So let's see what the Polar Bears elect to do here. They do have the offense on the field. Looks like they are going for it. 4th and 10. He rolls to his right. He dumps it short. He's got number 6 there, but a great play by Mason Harvey, the D end. As Harvey just stays home, reads the screen, and comes back and tackles him from behind.
Yeah, what a nice job by Harvey there. 7:16 remaining here, and counting down. Been a nasty night, though. It's like today out there, but you know our windows are all fogged up. Uh-oh, the ball's out.
So ball's out. Panthers take over their own 39-yard line of the Bears' 39-yard line. But
here's the replay. It looks like Davidson just kind of mishandles it. The arm comes in right there and knocks the ball out. But boy, Davidson's lucky to get that one back.
So Davidson does jump back on it. And he is fortunate there to keep it. But let's see what. Looks like there's a penalty on the play, Hank.
Yeah.
Flag down.
And it goes against the Bears.
So that's gonna. move the ball back up, back into Bear territory. They spotted at the Bear, looks like 34-yard line, so must have been a personal foul against the Bears. This time Davidson under center, he hands it off. He's got Cohen Blunt right up the middle.
Oh, wow.
And Cohen's gonna go. He's gonna score a Panther.
No, he slid down at the end, and there is a flag.
Goodness. And I'm having a little bit of trouble seeing out of the fog and the
Right, the corners are really tough for the cameras to get all the way to the corners, right by the pylon on the inside.
So as they move the ball back,
goes against the Panthers, as that would have been, it looked like set up for another play. Yeah, it's almost easier for us up here to watch the screen where the camera's out there because everything is
fogged up here in the press box. Tough for us to see the field, but that'll bring up a first down, and they run it. That's Davidson. He's running out to the right side. He's got the corner. He's going to go around, makes another move. He gets squeezes through for a touchdown. Their 34-yard touchdown run for Austin Davidson.
There's the replay.
Backup quarterback.
And he sidesteps the defender completely, completely fakes him out of his shoes and gets around him. So Davidson gets a touchdown.
Nice run there by the backup quarterback, Davidson. Showing some nifty moves, a little shake and bake.
Yeah.
Sneed on for the extra point try here.
Now
the kick is up, and
it is
good. 63-0 here. So 6:10 left here in the fourth. Your Navarro Panthers up on the Austin Achieve Polar Bears. 63-0 after a nice scamper there by Austin Davidson. 34 yards where he shows off a little bit of his athleticism.
Yeah, we got the signal back.
So let's see where the Bears take over as the Panthers go to kick off. Here we got 6 minutes left clock running here in the fourth quarter as the Panthers line up to kick it off. Off, and it looks like it's going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Nice kick there from Sneed. The ball hits about the 10-yard line, and the Polar Bears let it roll into the end zone. So Polar Bears will take over at their own 25-yard line. As they get lined up, ready to go here. And back to pass, we've got a new quarterback. And I think that's number 11,
Yeah.
Rock King.
Rock King. Well, we've got a Brighton camp out here, and he reads the play. If you see him out here, it's a defensive end. He gets his hand. I'm sorry.
He's a backer.
Yeah, he's a linebacker, and he gets out there. They almost look the same height if you look out on the field.
Well, Brighton Camp he's a tall
Yeah.
a tall boy, and I'm not sure who that is playing defensive
Yeah, they're
end.
pretty tall too.
So again,
God,
Rock King, again he
just flings it out there.
flings it
actually.
out there. He's got a good arm on him, but
Right.
just like the other two quarterbacks here tonight for the Polar Bears, they float the ball just a little bit too much. Thus, the Panthers' 6 interceptions tonight. So we are approaching the final home game for the football season here for the Panthers in 2023.
Number 11, Gabriel Rangel. Number 13,
As they start to announce some of the seniors, and a deflection there off King. Didn't see quite who got that one, but one of the Panthers reached up his big paw and
Yeah, I didn't quite
reaches
see
up and knocks that down. We've got 16 seniors tonight, and as they continue to announce the seniors here on senior night and homecoming.
Yeah, all of it all at once.
So that'll bring up 4th and 10 here with 3 minutes to go in the ball game, with the Panthers up 63-0. And they go for it. He slings it, and it's intercepted.
Oh, there it is.
And I didn't see who quite grabbed it, but that's going to be, will he go all the way? No, he is pulled down about the 24-yard line of the Panthers.
Yeah, number 20.
And that's
Ethan Burchart.
so Ethan Burchart with the Panthers' 3rd interception of the half. And that's his 2nd. Of the night for the or Ethan's 2nd of the night. He intercepted one, not the last drive,
There's
but the drive before.
Yep.
And so 2 minutes left, and the Panthers are moving the ball. So again, 4 interceptions in the first half, 3 interceptions here in the second half. And I tell you what, Hank, I looked for a
There's the
interception.
fan cam. You see the cheerleaders down on the field. Yay! Hey, they can't see us. All right, nice.
So Davidson hands off this time. That's Trotty. He's going around. He's going to score, folks. Oh, no, he slides.
He slides in.
He slides, and that may do it for the Panthers.
Yeah, the Panthers on a sideline were jumping up and down like, hey, bring. So they want to get somebody to run the ball. They want to put somebody in there.
So let's see.
Yep. Yeah. You know, wireless, it's always like that here or there. So you try to get something glitched out. There it was. But nice job on the fan cam there.
So less than a minute left here in the game, and let's see what the Panthers do. Davidson under center. He hands it this time. He's hit, and he's pulled back, and he does not score there.
That's Richardson. They're trying to get him in.
Matt Richardson. They hand it off at fullback.
Oh, and the ball came out.
Oh, and he was stripped to the ball. So Richardson fumbles
no.
the football. So that'll be the second turnover.
Well, maybe next week you'll have an opportunity.
Right.
Whoa. Hope you people at home aren't getting motion sick. There we go.
Also, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Scott Kitty, our statistician, and
So that's going to do it, folks, I think. I'm not sure that they will get another playoff tonight.
either. That's it.
We're about 10 seconds left. Hank, let's talk,
talk about player of the game.
Talk about player of the game.
How about 7 of them or 8 of them? Wait, ended up 8 of them, right?
Well, Rangel had a couple of interceptions. Burchard had a couple of interceptions. For me, I give it to the Panther defense as a whole.
Yeah,
7 interceptions.
Yeah, that's why I was saying 7 interceptions.
That's got to be a record.
7 people we could give,
right.
player of the game, but let's give it to the whole defense.
The whole defense.
How about this though? Actually, it's senior night.
Okay.
All those seniors that were on the field, and we see some of the seniors that got interceptions.
Right.
So let's give it to the senior group
Let's
tonight.
do that.
How about that?
Yeah.
The seniors of 2024 here in the season of 2023.
Correct.
So we give it to the seniors of Navarro, and I know they had announced them, but that might be a task for us to do, but we'll go ahead and announce the seniors, with number 1, Antoine McBain, number 3, Nick Schwartzozi, number 4, senior, obviously, Ryan Tatum, and then Mac Berry, the senior, and Colton Schulke. I'm going down the line. So
you're
Xavier Cropper, Gabriel Rangel, Landon Taylor, and that also Diego Chapa, and Hayden Tolliver, and Sam Sneed, Jacob Edias, senior Knox Galini, and then Thor Jensen. We mentioned Thor Jensen's name tonight as well as the others. And then, make sure I'm not missing anybody, but Matthew Richardson and Houston Berry.
The Bear.
There you are. Those are the seniors right there.
Yeah, I think there's 16 of them this year. So congratulations, seniors, to a big victory here tonight, 63-0. Next week, I'm venturing to say, not sure if we're going to have a telecast.
Yeah, we're not sure. But
Maynard New Tech at Maynard New Tech.
Right, and we should have volleyball if everything lines up right, the stars line up and everything goes good. We should get volleyball in on Monday, and then who knows after that, because then the playoffs would extend to that. I believe that next weekend it could be that Friday as well. So we may be following the volleyball Lady Panthers. So we'll see how that all pans out.
Yeah, we'll just have to play it by ear and. So here on the Navarro Panther Network. So tonight, the Panthers win 63-0 over the Austin Achieve Polar Bears. The Panthers are going to secure second in the district with this victory tonight.
That's right.
Because the Lago Vista Vikings lost.
Right.
Or losing heavily.
Yeah, they were losing by
to Wimberley.
30
so
points.
that would secure the second place, which we all knew coming into the game that would probably be the case. Wimberley's going to win the district. The Navarro Panthers are going to finish second. Lago Vista is going to finish third, and then we'll see who finishes fourth. It'll probably be the Gerald Cougars. The QR code is on the screen. Please donate if you haven't donated. This goes to the Audiovisual Club and all the students. Me and Hank. Just our volunteers. We just volunteer our time to do the announcing, and but the kids really go make this work.
That's right.
Day in, or week in, week out, day in, day out, and so please scan the QR code and donate to them.
Yeah,
here we are.
I've got a face made for radio,
right.
not TV.
Right.
But anyways, we thank everybody that has joined us tonight. And watching this game, and we got to see some of the other things that are going around. We're going to try to bring more of that as well. So, thanks to the kiddos here on the Audiovisual Club for making this happen, and also Stephen Sharkey as well, working the computers. He's the computer guru, and so we appreciate all that. And,
That's right. And homecoming tonight. Congratulations to the homecoming king and queen. A volleyball player and a football player there, so I think boyfriend, girlfriend, so congratulations to them and the entire court. Congratulations to the Dazzlers, the band. I mean, it's been an incredible day. We had a parade around the entire intermediate, elementary, all the way around the junior high to the high school. This morning was fantastic parade.
Yeah.
So congratulations to all the people that came out, the parents especially. teachers, students, staff, faculty, school board members, superintendent. I know our superintendent Epley was out there as well. So it was a wonderful, wonderful week. One that we look forward to every single year. Hank, I know I do. I know you do too. So great job by the whole Navarro community.
Yes.
And, any last words?
Hey, no, it's senior night, and I'm looking to see if they're going to do the senior walk.
Oh, I know they are.
Thing.
Yes,
So
I do know they are.
I don't know if we'll get to cover a little bit of the senior walk, and then we'll be done and out of here. But we'll see if we. I see the band and all. Getting out of here, getting their equipment out, and so I would expect the senior walk take place here shortly. So
right, and the senior walk, for those of you who are new to the district or don't know, I know I participated in it last year. I know you've participated in it several times.
Right, and you will be doing more than just once.
Right, I've got a couple left. But, yeah, it's a special event. If you're a parent, usually it'll bring a tear to your eye because you know that you've got limited time left. But really a neat event where all the seniors and their parents actually get on one field because this is their last time to the band, the cheerleaders, the Dazzlers, the football team. All of them get on the field and they walk from end to end. A lot of times joining hands together or arm in arm, and really, really neat deal. So,
so hopefully we'll have a camera available for that. If we can at least get to show how they line up, because I don't know if we'll have the time because they're already getting ready they're already taking down some of the equipment. So hopefully I might have made a mistake by saying it a little too prematurely. Oh, man.
That's all right.
But we'll see if we'll have just one camera.
So we're checking on that now.
Yeah,
but,
checking on. At least just have one camera available for it. If not, I'm sure we can use the one that's showing our
pretty faces right now, right?
So, but they should be getting lined up here in just a moment. I think it'll take probably about 5 minutes or so, and then we'll show you the field out here, and that way they don't have to look at us so much, and we could start. Taking down some of the other equipment in here.
That's right.
So
we'll take a little bit of a break here, and we'll be back here shortly.
All right. We'll leave the audience mic on, and as you see, some of the players are getting ready to get down on the end of the field, the seniors. So we'll be right back.
Right back. All right, we're back. Lance Blackburn here with Hank Dieter. As you can see on the field, this is your senior walk. Just a fun event for the kids, but it's probably more of somewhat for the parents, right? Because the parents are like, "Oh my goodness, we've been playing football on this field and doing cheerleading and
band and
everything since 7th grade or before, right?"
That's right.
And so it's all coming to an end. But yeah, it's a special moment for the seniors, and but I just wanted to say good night. One quick reminder, if you get a chance and you're leaving the stadium, if you're here, you're watching the game, the Panther Posse, we are cooking.
Oh, wow. I knew I smelled something really good.
At our pit. We have a pit just right out here out of the south parking lot by the coach's office where the band does all of their practice routines and practice day in and day out. The pit is out there. There are free hamburgers.
Free? What?
Free.
Oh,
free to the
man.
community, free to the Panthers, feeding the Panthers, all the Panthers.
Awesome.
Hot dogs, hamburgers are out there, and there should be some waters and some Cokes and everything. So if you get a chance, come out. If you don't, that's fine too. But I just wanted everyone to know that we don't want any food leftovers.
Yeah, you don't want to take it home, man.
No. We don't want to take it home. But they do a great job cooking down there. So come out and eat and have fun and hang out and
sounds great.
Yeah, so part of the homecoming festivities. So it's been fun, Hank. This is our last home game. The next time we be together, maybe in the playoffs. I probably volleyball first and maybe football second. But it's been fun. It's been a fun season. Panthers are 6-3, and well on our way to another highly successful season and hopefully a long playoff run. So,
all right. Yeah. Let's go Panthers, right?
So 63-0 the final tonight here from Irwin Lee Field here in Geronimo, Texas. My name's Lance Blackburn. I'm here with the voice of the Panthers, Hank Dieter. And God bless and good night.